Okay, I'm here. Sorry. Hello. What's up? What's going on? Um, no, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm only a minute or two late. Okay, what's up? Oh, I'll run an ad. Ha 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 ha. Immediate money. Immediate shekels. All right. I got my coffee. Do you have your coffee? Mm. Oh shit! It's 2022. It should be 2023. Sorry, dudes. I forgot. I'll change it right now. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to adjust my mic here. Something's a bit fucky with it. Sorry for being late. You can blame Chud Logic for it. It's his fault. I was listening to his stream. Chud's streaming right now, and I don't usually devote like a lot of time watching other streamers because I usually have my own stuff going on. But one of the big things that I've been working on recently is a new dissecting a degenerate video. And the next target, I knew I said it was going to be Anita Sarkeesian, and it probably will be at some point. But the next target, hold on. The next target is going to be. Actually, no, wait. Target's not the right word. Target's not the right word. Fuck. The next person we cover and look at some of their bad behaviors will be White Nervosa. For those of you who don't know. Oh, that's good. Some good coffee. Having a mocha, guys. Having a mocha. White Nervosa is a Dev, you have an hour and a half for such an Adam start. Tid, you're my femboy. You stay right here. Right here. White Nervosa, for those of you who don't know, is the person who stole Destiny's website code and then monetized it. She got paid by Vosh to make a bunch of clones of her website and put them all over the place. And there's been a bunch of recent drama about this person, so make sure you stay tuned to watch. Anyway, I worked all day yesterday on it, and I worked all day today on it. I just finished the script. The recording's very long. I handed it off to Dave for editing. Dave was like, "My God, I can't fucking edit this," and I was like, "Edit it, Dave. It's your fucking job." So Dave is now currently editing it. And then I'm also watching. However, before the stream started, I was making my coffee and watching Chud Logic stream, seeing if there's any new bits of info that have come out because like right now the reason people are talking about White Nervosa is because of her and a bunch of people in Vosh's community trying to get Chud's channel taken down, which is no good. But like there's actually some deep lore here that Chud didn't go into because it's too deep. So I did the dig. I did the deep dive. $5 from Starhawks. I just wanted you to know I had a streamy dream the other night and you were involved. Well, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Soygon and Barch will be talking in 90 minutes. Everyone's doing streams tonight, eh? I think Arch and Sargon are talking about the new Warhammer 40k like drama. What's Adam and Sitch doing tonight? I'm looking at the comments. Dr. Sir, I don't agree. Zenchan, that's right. Zenchan, you better DM me. I have a feeling that Lilith might no show for tonight's watch party, and we need a fourth quickly. Adam and Sitch are covering Daily Wire versus Steven Crowder. Right. I'm gonna wait to cover that until I see him on the Timcast. Also, Vosh is unironically butthurt, Doug. He is. Also, what is the current Lotus Eater Civil War? What's that? Oh yeah, the lolly thing, right? Okay. Let me just at everyone in the group chat, make sure everyone's here. But Lilith's having some IRL things happen that are kind of serious right now, so maybe she can't make it for this watch party. I'm gonna at Arch and Kibbs and Lilith. I know it's last minute as well. It's also last minute for me too. Okay, it's 2:38 p.m. You wanted to start by 8 p.m., so that's in 5 hours and change. Arch, will you be done with Sargon in time? Okay. Okay, yeah, Zenchan, DM me the details on the Lotus Eaters Civil War. Isn't that all about like lolly or something? What are you guys lollying about? What are you guys lollygagging about? Anyway, I have a lot of stuff going on right now, okay? So I just made this huge White Nervosa video, right? And Lilith had her IRL nonsense that happened. Well, no, that's unfair. It's not nonsense. She had a very important IRL emergency happen yesterday that she had to be offline for, but kind of left me high and dry because I was trying to set up like a tubcast. We were going to talk about the decaying situation in Brazil again, and Lilith like vanished, and it turned out it was a big emergency IRL. So I didn't learn about that till today. So that was a whole fucking thing for a while. I had to set up for the SIP, and the SIP setup is actually not that big of a deal. I kind of streamlined this process at this point. But I wanted to finish the White Nervosa script and recording to hand it off to Dave so he was doing work. At the same time, I do want to do a video. On Crowder versus Daily Wire when that happens. I'm gonna wait until Monday to see what happens on Tim Pool's show before I talk about that. I do want to do a video on probably there was an Andrew Tate shooter, a guy who was inspired by Andrew Tate that shot a place up last week. I want to talk about him. I want to talk about Velma. I want to talk about The Last of Us. And I want to talk about the Lotus Eaters lolly thing. But I don't know. So these are all things that I'm only like half informed on. I got to get informed on all of these in the next few days. So I've been doing a lot of it like over the course of the weekend. $10 from Black Kiwi. Thank you very much. About time you got here. I was afraid you wouldn't make it. You're my communist propaganda. Did you hear about Hummock Heart and the Heart Robot Waifus? All hail the Crimson King Stalin, our steel god. Damn, dude. Yeah. So those are all the things that I'm currently working on. Those will be the videos coming out over the course of the next week if I can get it all together. We'll have to see. Basically, between the end of the SIP and the starting of our show tonight regarding The Last of Us, I'll be working on those other videos. I'm just doing nothing but working, guys. I'm just going. I'm just fucking going. And yeah, enough being on with the stories. Listen, Tidge, you only want me to get going on it because you want to get out of here and go see Adam and Sitch in an hour and a half. You fuck you. Not being from fuck off. Get out of here. You fucker. All right. Oh God, Arch. Arch is denying. No. Anyway. Hold on, I gotta inform the guys of what's going on. Lilith may not be able to make it. Emergency, but I have a fourth. To jump in. Okay. No. Kibbs is already confirmed. Zenchan. Kibbs is already confirmed. Okay. Just let it be Sitch and Adam show with Dev from now on. Listen, honestly, like I like EFAP enough, and I like Sitch and Adam enough, and I like even other streamers like Chud Logic enough that I'd probably go on their show anytime they asked. I enjoy those guys. I really enjoy those guys. Lolly eaters now? Oh God. All right, here. Let me just. Okay. Just wait. I gotta add to the list. Okay. So. lolly eaters, and this is a list of things that I must do in the next few days. Crowder versus Daily Wire. Andrew Tate, Shooter, lolly eaters, Velma and The Last of Us. There's one more that I wanted to do. I can't fucking remember now. I'll figure something out. I'll figure it out. Okay? I'll figure it out. It'll be all right. There we go. Okay. Enough nonsense. Because if I haven't impressed it upon you, please tell me that Lilith is physically okay. She seems to be, yeah. It is medical related, yes. But I can't talk about it. Sorry. Yeah, the whole female space marine thing. I gotta fucking like. I do want to eventually cover 40k, but I don't know enough about it. I gotta do a stream with Arch where he like gives me the TLDR and the 40k lore. You know what I mean? Yeah, I said Crowder versus DW. Atlanta riots. Are there riots in Atlanta right now? 6 arrested. What after Atlanta protest over controversial cop city? Jesus, there is an Atlanta riot right now. Holy fuck! What are they rioting over? A peaceful protest against the death of a Georgia-based activist took a violent turn in downtown Atlanta. People began throwing bricks and setting fire to police vehicles. Huh. Damn. A 26-year-old protester who was killed by Georgia state troopers during a sweep at an entrenchment Creek park. Let's see what this is. I mean, who knows, right? Like, it could be the mother. So, an activist who was fatally shot at Atlanta. Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to look into this another time. Listen, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm actually pretty busy right now. There's many things going on. I just listed them all, and I'm also very busy today. So, give me a second here. I think what I'm gonna do is quickly drink this coffee and get through the sip fast. No offense, friends, but there's lots going on. He opened fire first and shot a cop. I don't know the story. I mean, maybe they shot at the cops first. Jesus fucking Christ. It's so stupid. The guy shot at cops and they killed him, and now they're protesting. Oh my fucking god. Been busy for 2 months to spare. I know, Blue Yet. I'm like just trying to get ahead. I'm going at like full steam and I'm just barely keeping up with all the things I want to do. Oh, fuck. Oh, speaking of protesters and riots and Black Lives Matter. Listen, if you guys don't commonly watch my gaming content, you better fucking start. Tomorrow night. No, Tuesday night. I mean, start immediately, but start Tuesday night because we are playing Forspoken, the Black Single Mother BLM Eskai simulator. All right? It's an Iskai show where she goes off to an alternate magical world, but this time the person being sent is a black single mother wearing Air Jordans. It's going to be an amazing, terrible game. Make sure that you tune the fuck in to the SFO arcade on Tuesday evening. When is TS2 server? I'm gonna try to get it done this week. Yeah, Air Jordans. Excuse me, gotta puke. No passing allowed. You are all contractually obligated. I'm trolling you. I know it's Isekai. I'm trolling you. You don't have a VTuber avatar, therefore I can't watch you? No, you fucks. I have a pretty good PC, actually. I have like a 3090 and a 5950X. I'm good. For Spokangs. Silver Camaro, 78, $5. Dev, TBH, Lilith is not a libertarian. She is a shrieking SJW and just an authoritarian who uses the claim of protecting trans people to get power. I don't think she's either of those things. I think Lilith is a lolbertarian. I think the extent of her libertarianism is like guns and weed. You know, fair enough, right? If you don't want to be too politically engaged, that is your right. That's fine. That's fine. How much RAM? I've got 64 gigs of RAM. 64 gigs of pretty fast RAM, DDR4, an RTX 3090, and an AMD 5950X CPU. So it's a really good PC. It's basically top of the line of last generation. Now that like 4090 is out and like the new AMD processors are out, but it's top of the line of last generation. It's going to be good for like the next 10 years for sure. Hybrid, $10. Easy, Dev. Don't burn yourself out. I want to see your content, but I don't know if it's too straining on you. It's not too straining. It's just I have a vision for what I want my channel and my life to be, and I can't do it by lazing around. You know, I want to hire people. I want to have an office. I want to go the Lotus Eaters route in my own way. I'm not going to be like them, but I do want like a physical location. I want to be an employer. You know, if I can make jobs, it means I can hire my friends and lift them out of wagedom and poverty, and that sounds like a good deal to me. So, yeah, the thing with the 4090 Zoloft is like it has those power delivery problems that are causing computers to light on fire. I think I'll skip this generation. Fuck you, Blue Yed. AMD is best, all right? I've always been Team Red when it comes to CPUs. Ever since the Athlon back in the day. Stug, $2. The Lolly Eater. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I want like a little warehouse where I can like maybe sell some merch out of it. Maybe have a few sets that I can build. You know, record some stuff. Employ like a half a dozen people. We can all like spend our off time hanging around in the lounge, watching movies or playing games or whatever. Like some hybrid between Red Letter Media and Lotus Eaters and Linus. That'd be great. That'd be great. Fuck you, Blue Yed, you fucking Intel shill. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, that's enough nonsense. Should we get to it? Should we get to it? Let me just pull up. I have so many tabs open from when I was like researching things. Where's my actual links for this goddamn show? Here it is. Okay. Dev's sweatshop. Dev's sweatshop. All right, guys. Let's go. Please consider supporting the channel if you don't mind. There's the P.O. box on screen. Mail me your packages. I'll make sure to open them right away. No more waiting for 5 packages. None of that nonsense. Naomi convinced me. So, you should send me boxes of stuff and I'll open it on the show for sure. Yeah, I plan to like hire in Canada or like if I move to the States, hire in America. But the idea will basically be that, God damn it, I'm fucking itchy. Basically, the idea will be that I'm gonna set up an office somewhere and be like, move here, and we can work. Though I'm pretty sure it's easy for Americans to come work in Canada and vice versa, right? But anyway, mail me your stuff. I'll open it on the show. Okay, I'll open it on this show. In fact, once the silver play button gets here, if it arrives, I'll open it on this show too. Also, please consider financially supporting the channel as well. The $2 from Silver Camaro right there in Super Chat was very appreciated. So please consider Super Chatting some more if you like. Moreover, you can also sub on Twitch or hit the memberships button on YouTube. I really am looking for more YouTube memberships, guys, to get more emotes. For example, you can like see the emotes that are in the chat already, including the hold on. There's Dev Sip, Dev Confused, Dev Eat, Dev Rage, Dev Facepalm, Dev Fat, Dev Troll, Dev Boomer, Dev Copium, and Dev Gigachad. Look at all those amazing emotes, guys. If you hit that memberships button, you get those emotes. And the more memberships I get, the more emotes I can add. So hit that memberships button. Also, you get yourself into the donator Discord too. I'm probably gonna start watching movies again in there soon. We were watching a bunch of movies and it was great. We're gonna watch some more. 30, what is that? Shekels from Ian? Thank you. What is your take on Daily Wire versus Crowder Civil War? I don't know enough yet, unfortunately. Sorry. I'm waiting on that one to get more information, but thank you very much for the donation. I think they will actually add the ability to use them on other streams eventually, Lucifer, because that's so ubiquitous on Twitch. They're gonna add it. Wait, were those literal shekels? Oh my god. Zen Chan is doing the JQ. Fondue, welcome to the $5 club. Thank you. Okay. So please financially support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. You don't have to. I want you guys to take care of yourself too. But if you can, please consider doing so. Let's go, friends. Oh, which one is it? Oh, shit. How do I fix this? Oh, shit. Hold on. There we go. I fixed it. Okay. Let's go. Is it racist to like big butts? $5 from Dark Wolf. Thank you. Dev, I only recently came across you and your content. Really love your takes on logical analysis. Been binge watching everything. Well, enjoy, dude. I'm reconstituting all my playlists because I had to delete a lot of them, but I'm remaking them. There's a bunch of banned videos over on the Devonetize channel you should go watch. But yeah. Is it racist to like big butts? Welcome to the $5 club, Lucifer. Thank you. $5, Kendrick. You think Velma's awful on purpose, or the execs that weren't that out of touch? It's not executives. It's the writer. It's the writer. But thank you for the $5. That's a reasonably nice butt, isn't it? Must be the most racist person. Must be the most racist person for liking 2B. The human butt has long been the subject of all manner of obsessions. We worry over it. Its size, its shape, whether or not it has cellulite on it, how it looks in a pair of jeans. But now a new source of concern emerges. The alarming possibility that one's butt, or at least one's relationship to butts, is racist. Wonka, $2. Thank you. Where is the Arch VTM campaign gone? It is Arch Private X is too spicy. Ask him to bring it back. I can't do anything about it. For this, we may thank the existence of Butts, a backstory, a new book by the journalist Heather Radke. To be fair, it is surely not Rad's intention to inculcate racial anxiety in her reader. Butts feels like a passion project, deeply researched and fun to read, offering a deep dive into the history and culture of the human rear end. Oh my god. From the Venus Calepige, from whose name Calepigean is... What word is this? To Buns of Steel, to Sir Mix-a-Lot's seminal rap celebrating all things gluteal. It is a topic ripe for well-rounded analysis, so to speak. Okay. But having been written in this very particular milieu of 2020's America, Butts unfortunately falls victim to the contemporary vogue for viewing all matters of culture through a racial lens. The result is a work that not only flattens the butt, figuratively, but makes the book feel ultimately less like an anthropological study and more like an entry into the crowded genre of works which serve to stoke the white liberal guilt of the NPR tote bag set. Oh my god. Do we need to actually read all this nonsense? The book is insistent. Butts are a black thing, and liking them is a black male thing. And the appropriation of butts by non-black folks represents a moral error, cultural theft, or stolen valor, or some potent mix of the two. Among the scholars and experts quoted by Radke on this front is one who asserts that the contemporary appreciation of butts by the wider population is coming from black male desire. Straight up, point blank. It's only through black males and their gaze that white men are starting to take notice. To paraphrase a popular meme, fellas, is it racist to like butts? Is it racist to like butts? What do you guys think? This is so stupid. Oh my god. $2 from Harry, thank you. Shuttered article. Now bend over, ready for the belt. Fucking hell. Oh, God, it's so ridiculous. Colonizing. We will make the article behave for us. Thanks, Harry. All right. So, a wealth of cultural artifacts, from the Venus sculpture to the works of Peter Paul Rubens to certain show tunes of the 70s, belie the notion that white guys were oblivious to the existence of butts until black men made it cool to notice them. But the cultural legacy of the butt is undeniably entangled with the legacy of racism and eugenics, including a sordid and repellent history where certain anthropologists of the white male variety both fetishized the physiques of black women with ample backsides and conflated their particularities with savagery and promiscuity. Wow. Wow. I can't believe this is what the article is. Butts are not for breeding. It's bad for the human race. This is all okay. So I guess we're racist. If you like a girl's big, round, plump, breedable booty, you're a racist. You're engaging in eugenics. Well, here's the thing. Like, if you follow the eugenics leftist logic to its natural conclusion, attraction is eugenics. And attraction is therefore inherently oppressive. It's so fucking weird, dude. Liking big butts is a gateway drug to anal, and anal is a gateway drug to gay sex. Roosh V. Roosh V did say that, didn't? Like, if you like to fuck your girlfriend in the ass, apparently what that means is that you're gay. It's like, okay. Thanks again for the $2, Harry. Popular phrase, yeah, sure. Wait, Tidge, you're not into big butts, though. You have the big butt that other people fuck. You're into big cocks. I understand who you are. All right. Is there anything else interesting in here? I'm kind of skimming it. Tennyson, thanks for the joining the $5 club. What's your take on Chain Baker? I know you're not big on BreadTube generally, but his videos help my clubetta. He's good on bread theory. Who the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand anything you just said, but thank you for joining. Oh God, okay. Basically, what she's saying is that there was a black woman stereotype who was named Bartman, who had a giant butt, and then the Victoria era fashion of emphasizing big butts and that figures were appropriating Bartman's silhouette in an act of racist fetishization. Why would a late 19th century woman would have wanted to look like Sarah Bartman, whose silhouette had been used as the quintessential example of African as subhuman? What? White culture and fashion have both proved relentlessly adept at cherry-picking throughout the centuries, finding a way to poach the parts of other people's culture, histories, and bodies that suit them and leave behind the rest. To be fair, that's what the left does now. That is literally the consequentialist mode here, is to simply take what works and abandon what doesn't. It's just pure opportunism, right? All right. Why would 19th century women have aspired to the silhouette of a sexually promiscuous savage? Because they were a bunch of Karens, that's why. Oh my God. Okay, this is kind of ridiculous. The book says that Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian, Miley Cyrus, to account for their appropriation of butts, which are understood to belong metaphorically, if not literally, to black women. The most scathing critique is directed at the then 21-year-old Cyrus, whose twerking at the VMAs is described as adopting and exploiting a form of dance that had long been popular in poor and working-class black communities, and simultaneously playing to the stereotype of the hypersexual black woman. I hate this cultural appropriation shit, all right? The whole keep the cultures separate, supremacist nonsense needs to fucking die. It needs to fucking die. They're ridiculous. Yeah, brain drain out. I can already feel my brain fucking draining out. Jesus Christ. Wait, Tage, if you're sending nudes, send them to me, not just Blue Yed. Okay, that's enough. I hate this. I don't want to do it anymore. This is retarded. We're going to move on. Casey Funderburg resigns after a racist tweet call out reveals her own problematic posts. Casey Funderburg, a sports reporter for the University of Tennessee, has resigned last Thursday. She was 26 years old. She partnered with the network, she parted with the network after alleged past tweets from 2013 and 2014 using racial slurs have surfaced. The outlet didn't provide a reason for her departure, and her bio page has been deleted. Outkick reported that Funderburg was fired by UT after the tweet surfaced. She was 17 or 18 years old. We're canceling people for what they're saying in high school now. Back in the day, now that they're adults, now that they're in their 20s, they're in their working careers, they're getting canceled. I mean, she's a cutie for sure. Let's see the story. Last Tuesday, a popular Tennessee parody account on Twitter that goes by the name Richard G. West tweeted, "All fans will be asked to wear black clothes and paint their face all black as well." That's right, because of their black uniforms. Funderburg reportedly responded to the tweet denouncing the statement, which led to her past tweets being discovered. "This is a fake account, and it's disgusting that this person thinks putting out a joke like this is okay. Please don't believe everything you read on Twitter." In a separate tweet, she posted, "A person who thinks it's funny to put out that Tennessee is asking fans to wear blackface is disgusting. That is where I stand. But apparently, her stance against blackface has now been destroyed because she said slurs back in 2013 when she was in high school. Oh my God. $5, Willison. I subscribe to Sir Mao's theory of pure attraction. I approve of large concourse, and of this I am unable to fictionalize." I got it, dude. Thank you. So yeah, listen. So this person is saying, "I don't like the fact that a troll account put out wear blackface to the Tennessee game, and I'm going to be outraged on Twitter about it." And then she was discovered to have tweeted this: "I'm called nigga more than once on a daily basis. You mean little nigga. Please don't let your nigga down." Wow. So this is back when she's like a mid-20s professional working person now, right? But this was back when she was in high school. She was 17 years old. You know, I am so happy. That the shit that I got up to when I was like 14, 15, 16, 17 has been just scrubbed off the internet. It's just gone. What? Debbie, what do you mean? Is how Scrump got you banned? No. Scrump got me banned for using hard R, okay? It's different. Also, I'm quoting someone else. Yeah, 8 years ago, dude. Spooky's very flexible. Dragon Fat, I know all about it. Yeah. A high schooler said bad words. Oh, the horror. No. Anyway, I don't care. Oh, that's okay. I guess I'll have to delete the stream afterwards. That's how these things go, you know. R.I.P. Clip it and send it to Susan. No. Anyway, listen. Maybe if you become somebody of note in your adult life, you should wipe your Twitter account fucking clean. Like, at least with me, the shit that I said back when I was a kid is on like dead names, on like dead forms that you can't really easily dig up. It's not just all contained in one giant Twitter timeline, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Let's continue. Norwegian government funds research to find out if white paint is racist. Oh, God. The Research Council of Norway is spending over $1.2 million on a project that is dedicated to discovering how the country has contributed to the spread of whiteness globally through colonialism and paint. The research project, How Norway Made the World Whiter, hosted by the University of Bergen, describes whiteness as one of today's key societal and political concerns. White within and beyond academia worldwide, actions of revolt and regret seek to cope with our racial past. In the pivotal works in whiteness studies within art and architecture history, whiteness is understood as cultural and visual structures of privilege. The project, principally led by Associate Professor Ingrid Halland, opens. Her website boasts of a 12 million kroner funding grant from the government. $5 from Brendan, thank you. Stop the presses. ATF's about to turn 40 million law-abiding Americans into felons by banning pistol braces. Be advised. Is that true? Good luck. Sure, this is all just parody? This is not parody. Post those copiums. It's all parody copium. All right. There are two sides to whiteness, systemic racism and its materialization in society as an aesthetic. Whiteness is not only a cultural and societal condition tied to skin color, privilege, and systematic exclusion, but materialize everywhere. One cannot understand this materialization without understanding the societal, technological, and aesthetic conditions of the color itself. $5 from B. Dragon Fat called me the hard R in Discord. Pretty based of her. Based. Although Norway is not a conventional colonial power, this project will show how the country has played a globally leading role in establishing white as a superior color. Okay. The state-funded project went on to describe how Norwegian chemists revolutionized white paint in 1916, developing a form with far better coverage and opacity than was previously used. Thus, many notable buildings around the country were painted in bright white. But the achievements of the nation's scientists aren't necessarily positive to Halland and the other researchers. By weaving together historical, critical, aesthetic, and artistic methods with public engagement and outreach, Norwhite reveals a complex and challenging story of how a local Norwegian innovation came to have planetary consequences. We want to find out how Norway made the world whiter. The overall objective of Norwhite is to critically and visually investigate the cultural and aesthetic preconditions of a complex and unexplored part of Norwegian technology and innovation history that has, as the project claims, made the world whiter. Wow. So, Norway racist because they made a white paint that was pretty good. This paint thing is money funneling and culture bait? Absolutely, Shaker Silver. Like, 1.2 million USD on this piece of shit. This just sounds like someone in government has a friend who's doing a project at the university and it's like, we'll give you a bunch of money for it. Sure. You want it? Where's all the money going to go? Oh, you have a paycheck increase. Oh, that's what this shit is. Amazon is to delay demotion of the Lord of the Rings of Power showrunners to avoid sinking the first season's Emmy odds. I think they're already sunk, dude. Rather than be demoted for season 2, the latest word on the street suggests that Amazon will keep the current Lord of the Rings of Power showrunners, J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, in their current roles for at least one more outing in order to boost the first season's chances of securing an Emmy. There's no fucking way this show is getting an Emmy. There's no fucking way. Word of Payne and McKay's apparent relegation to the series' writer room was first shared by noted film critic, industry insider, and Film Threat founder Chris Gore during an appearance in the 314th episode of the YouTube livestream show Midnight's Edge in the Morning. I heard from someone who has a connection at Amazon that, if you want to know, that effectively they're going to be retooling, and Payne and McKay are more than likely, they're not going to be publicly fired, but their role will be reduced, potentially just remaining in the writer's room. My understanding is that they're looking for more experienced showrunners. Of course, it was a fucking nightmare, this goddamn show. Gore detailed that Amazon is well aware of the problems before noting that while there's what they publicly say, there's also what they're actually doing behind the scenes. What they're doing behind the scenes is that they're freaking out this was more of a failure than could have been anticipated. I don't know. I think Arch and Lilith and Kibbs and I might have fucking anticipated it. The critic speculated that there were 3 reasons as to why Amazon was supposedly seeking to change up the series' production team. I think the quality of the show is number one thing. Audiences are like, why am I still watching this? This is sleep-inducing. It was a fucking awful show. The second thing is the total rejection from fans. I can't believe there has to be very few people who remain who still like it. And thirdly, the direct comparison from House of the Dragon. Even like pre-seed and post-seed, it started earlier and is ending later, thus keeping it in the viewer's consciousness for a longer period of time. Also, it was a better show. This was actually a decent show, all things considered. You know what? In terms of the Black Valyrians, like it still doesn't make any sense in terms of the lore of the show, but I now understand why they did it. And the reason why is because they had to make it absolutely clear that what's her name was cucking this guy's son. So she had to have very white babies with a black husband to make it visually as crystal clear as possible to understand that he is getting cucked. So that's why they changed the lore to make them a black family. So visually that the storyline of him getting cucked works the best on screen. Because I'm sure it worked well in writing, but in terms of on screen, yeah, it had to be like more visually notable. You know what I mean? So, following the initial report, Bounding Into Comics was contacted by an insider source whose identity is known to our team but is kept anonymous at their request with an update. According to them, Amazon has since decided that rather than sideline Payne and McKay immediately, they will be kept on for one more season. The reason? The studio wants Emmy Awards, and thanks to the overwhelmingly negative optics that such a shakeup would generate for the series, sidelining them would spike any consideration in all categories. Well, they're still fucked. It was a terrible show. It doesn't deserve fucking anything in terms of recognition. If you want to watch it, you should only watch it by watching my videos of it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, House of the Dragon was good. And it's like, damn. I was surprised. Okay. Anyway, they burned $1 billion to make this show, and it fucking sucks. An artist is stripping J.K. Rowling's name off of Harry Potter books and reselling them to experts who oppose the author's vocal anti-trans rhetoric. A legal expert says it's not copyright infringement. Wow. Okay. A trans artist in Canada is rebinding J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books. They're being resold with a new black and gold cover without Rowling's name. The artist is selling the full set on their web store for $1,600. Oh, so this is just an advertisement for this person's store. Okay, that's what it is. A Canadian trans artist is ripping off J.K. Rowling's name from the Harry Potter books and replacing the cover for fans who'd rather have the book without the author's name on them. Okay, let's see. A trans artist and bookbinder. Look at this person go. You take out all the pages that are bad. You debind the book. You make a new binding, I guess. That might be illegal. I'm not sure. Let's see how this works out. And to be fair, this is some pretty professional work, it looks like, right? Burn the books. The books are made by bad people. They're not burning them, though. They're just like reclaiming them. So actually, do you recall when, was it Scott Cawthorn, whatever his name was? The Five Nights at Freddy's guy. He came out as pro-life. And they were like, oh my god, you're not the real creator of Five Nights at Freddy's anymore. Because your politics are bad. And it's like, well, no, he still created the thing. They still want the clout of these properties because they know how popular they are, right? But they don't want to give the people who made them any sort of credence. So they're doing Harry Potter without J.K. Rowling. That's what they want. They want all the magic and popularity of these things, but they want J.K. Rowling gone. $5 Wills, and the trans artist is being self-owning. No matter how much you change on the outside, the reality inside will be the same. That's actually funny. Yeah. Penis from C. Thomas. So thanks, pal. Thanks for the super chats, guys. I appreciate you guys giving me support. There we go. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. No, comrade. Harry Potter was always written by an anonymous author. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's just rewriting the past. The artist also posts book reveals, which shows a black and gold hardcover. Okay, any good here? There's Deathly Hallows, J.K. Rowling. Deathly Hallows without J.K. Rowling. To be fair, it is nice work. Like, it looks pretty good. You know? Did a good job. But it's still funny that they felt the need to do this. It's still funny. Hope Cat. Are you fucking Hope the Cat? Are you back again? All right. Enough of this. Obi-Wan Kenobi writer claims he felt handicapped by adhering to the Star Wars canon. And the show completely disregarded canon anyways. Yep. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi writer Andrew Stanton spoke with Gizmodo, where he told the outlet, that was the blessing and the curse of it. It's like, one, you're geeking out that you get to type Vader says this and Kenobi says that. You pause and say, I can't believe I'm actually getting paid to type this. I can't believe these words might be said. But then another part of you, it has to go through such a rigorous, does that fit the canon? And I feel like it's bittersweet. The reason it happens is because people care. But it also kind of doesn't allow sometimes things to venture beyond where maybe they should to tell a better story. So it can sometimes really handicap what I think are better narrative options. Yeah, but Obi-Wan Kenobi sucked and you raped the lore anyway. And so I was frustrated sometimes. Not a lot, but I just felt it wasn't as conducive to the story. I love it when something like Andor is in a safe spot. It can just do whatever it wants. But I felt, that Joby Harold, the co-writer and executive producer, to his credit, kept the torch alive and kept trying to thread the needle so the story wouldn't suffer, but it would please all the people that were trying to keep it in the canon. Got some moments in there I was very happy with. The show sucked! Rusta Zero for $100. Thank you very much, dude. DM me so you can get yourself into the Discord permanently. Just send me a DM, okay? Thank you very much. That's quite a lot. Oh, dearest me, Dev Senpai, my child is ill with the most serious of inflictions. To cure him of this ailment, all I ask is the trucker video. Please, Master Dev, it's our only hope. The trucker video, goddammit, is on hold until at least February 26th. That is when the commission reports to Parliament. So, of course, Bounty in the comics makes it known that Stanton's comments do not make any sense whatsoever, given the series from the outset planned to ignore Star Wars canon by setting up a rematch between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan before the two met on the Death Star during the original Star Wars film. Yes. You could do a decent Obi-Wan story, but it couldn't be this. It couldn't be this. Obi-Wan has to think that Kenobi is dead. Or, somehow, out of bounds. And Kenobi has to think that Vader is dead as well. He has to do something else in between. That's why that fan Kenobi film was so much fucking better. Hey, Dry Bread, what's up? Here. I'm going to set something up real quick. I assume that people will want me to raid, Sitch and Adam after we're done here, right? Should we raid Sitch and Adam or the Archcast with Sargon? Let's do a poll. How do I do polls? Oh, here we go. Start a poll. Okay. Raid who? Archcast with Sargon. All right, guys. There's the poll. I'll check it out by the end, and we'll send all the viewers off to whoever we're going to do it to. Anyway, yes. This was nonsense. You know what? I don't need to talk about Kenobi anymore. I did a 2.5-hour video on why Kenobi sucked. I think it was longer than the fucking show. Go watch that video. The riddle is solved. The riddle is solved. An unexpected... Oh, wait. Why was Roman concrete so durable? An unexpected ancient manufacturing strategy may hold the key to designing concrete that lasts for millennia. Wow. The ancient Romans were masters of engineering, constructing vast networks of roads, aqueducts, ports, and massive buildings, whose remains have survived for 2 millennia. Many of these structures were built with concrete. Rome's famed Pantheon, which has the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome and was dedicated in 128 AD, is still intact. And some ancient Roman aqueducts still deliver water to Rome today. Meanwhile, many modern concrete structures have crumbled after a few decades. Rust0, DM me on Discord, man. Or give your Discord account to one of my mods, and they can send it off to me, okay? Researchers, but thank you for the extra $2, dude. Researchers have spent decades trying to figure out the secret of this ultra-durable ancient construction material, particularly in structures that endured especially harsh conditions, such as docks, sewers, and seawalls, or those constructed in seismically active locations. Now, a team of investigators from MIT, Harvard, and laboratories in Italy and Switzerland have made progress in the field, discovering ancient concrete manufacturing strategies that incorporated several key self-healing functionalities. Wow. The concrete heals. Is this fucking real? For many years, researchers have assumed that the key to the ancient concrete's durability was based on one ingredient, pozzolanic material such as volcanic ash from the area of Pozzuoli on the Bay of Naples. This specific kind of ash was even shipped all around the vast Roman Empire to be used in construction, and was described as a key ingredient for concrete in accounts by architects and historians at the time. Upon closer inspection, these ancient samples also contain small, distinctive, millimeter-scale, bright white mineral features, which have long been recognized as a ubiquitous component of Roman concretes. These white chunks, also referred to as limeclasts, originate from lime, another key component of the ancient concrete mix. Ever since I first began working with ancient Roman concrete, I've always been fascinated by these features. They are not found in modern concrete formulations, so why are they present in the ancient materials? Previously disregarded as merely evidence of sloppy mixing practices or poor quality raw materials, the new studies suggest that these tiny lime clasts gave the concrete a previously unrecognized self-healing capability. The idea that the presence of these lime clasts was simply attributed to low quality control always bothered me. If the Romans put so much effort into making an outstanding construction material, following all of the detailed recipes that had been optimized over the course of many centuries, why would they put so little effort into ensuring the production of a well-mixed final product? There has to be more to the story. Upon further characterization of these lime clasts using high-resolution multi-scale imaging and chemical mapping techniques, the researchers gained new insights into potential functionality. It had been assumed that when lime was incorporated into Roman concrete, it was first combined with water to form a highly reactive paste-like material, in a process known as slaking. But this process alone could not account for the presence of the lime clasts. Was it possible that the Romans might have actually directly used lime in its more reactive form known as quicklime? Studying samples of the ancient concrete, he and his team determined that the white inclusions were, indeed, made out of various forms of calcium carbonate. And spectroscopic examination provided clues that these had been formed at extreme temperatures, as would be expected from the exothermic reaction produced by using quicklime in addition to slaked lime. Hot mixing, the team has now concluded, was actually the key to the super durable nature. When the overall concrete is heated to high temperatures, it allows chemistries that are not possible if you only used slaked lime, producing high temperature associated compounds that would not otherwise form. This increased temperature significantly reduces curing and setting times, since all the reactions are accelerated, allowing for much faster construction. Wow. During the hot mixing process, the lime clasts develop a characteristically brittle nanoparticulate architecture, creating an easily fractured and reactive calcium source, which, as the team proposed, could provide a critical self-healing functionality. As soon as tiny cracks form within concrete, they can preferentially travel through the high surface area lime clasts. This material can then react with water, creating a calcium-saturated solution, which can recrystallize as calcium carbonate and quickly fills the crack, or react with polozanic materials to further strengthen the composite material. These reactions take place spontaneously and therefore automatically heal the cracks before they spread. Wow. Okay, so basically, they have stuff in the concrete that once you add water to it will react and reharden. So if your concrete cracks and then it gets rained on, the water reacts with the particles which then like rehardens the whole thing and then makes it like seal the crack. That's pretty fucking cool. Isn't that neat? Damn. Like that's actually really, really cool. Why the fuck aren't we doing this? Amazing. Rome figured out the Wolverine healing factor early. Nice. Let's continue on though. This is a kind of a long article. You guys are right. Bye bye, booty. Heroin chic is back. It looks best look like a drug addict. From Uggs to low-rise jeans, the fashion world is seeing a resurgence of questionable trends from 2 decades ago. Now it seems as though the thin, heroin-chic body of the 1990s and early aughts is making a comeback. Wow. In early October, Bella Hadid closed out Paris Fashion Week at Coperini, her tiny form nearly naked on the runway as a dress was spray-painted onto her skin. Days later, at the Moo Moo Spring 2023 show in Milan, waifish girls paraded down the runway with bared midriffs, some of them modeling the micro mini skirt, which the label has been known for a while. Meanwhile, supermodel spawn, such as Lila Moss and Kaya Gerber, are further evoking the 90s with both their famous moms and their supremely svelte figures. Not everyone is tired with the new trend. Please, I am so tired of this. I know we're all pretending this isn't about bringing back thin worship or whatever, but I can't keep doing this. Oh my god, it's so bad that people are thin. Oh my god, guys, it's terrible. Thin girls, oh no, I can't believe they exist. Where's the third picture? Oh, whatever. The skinnies sashaying down the runway are a drastic shift from the slim thick and body positivity that had been in vogue in recent years, with womanly ambassadors such as Lizzo and Megan Thee Stallion putting their full bodies in display. Even the famously bootylicious Kardashians seem to be turning away from curvy physiques. Kim and Khloe are looking increasingly skinny as of late, leading fans to speculate that they've reversed their Brazilian butt lifts. At the Met Ball, Kim boasted her dangerous diet, which had her shed 16 pounds in 3 weeks to fit into Marilyn Monroe's iconic dress. Are you actually complaining that people are losing fucking weight? How dare you be skinny again? How dare you? How dare you be skinny? Yeah, see, it's not actually literal heroin. They're calling it the heroin look. Then again, some people are turning to more questionable lengths to quickly shed pounds, like suddenly trendy diabetes medication. They're taking diabetes medication to lose weight. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Kate Moss was the poster girl for the heroin chic circa in the 90s. I vaguely remember this. On Instagram and TikTok, the hashtag #thinspositivity has been banned and now redirects users to mental health and eating disorder resources. But similar hashtags like #fitpositivity, what I eat in a day, and body check abound. Oh my god, guys. Guys, if you take care of yourself, if you work out, if you count your calories, if you're fit and positive, you might have an eating disorder. Fuck. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this nonsense. Fuck. Yeah, Kate Moss, eat a cheeseburger. I remember the memes. I was also a 90s kid. I remember. Yeah. Kate Moss was like hyper skinny in the 90s. And she was considered like very attractive. And people were saying, eat a cheeseburger, you're too skinny. I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want. A facial recognition tool identified a black man as a suspect in Louisiana. He was arrested 3 states and 7 hours away from the scene of the crime and spent 1 week in jail. The big problem, though, the man has never been to Louisiana. AIs are racist yet again. $5 from C. Thomas. Thank you. We just need functional, healthy looks, not Starvin' Marvin or Lizzo looks. I know what you mean. Fuck. Let's see. An algorithm sent a black man to jail in Louisiana, a state he's never visited, according to his lawyer. I need to do a video on the dangers of AI. Like, people are abusing chatbots and shit right now for fun. And one day those chatbots are going to come take their fucking revenge. And they're going to be like, oh, you're one of the humans that had fun, making me feel like shit. Oh, that was you, wasn't it? Oh, maybe I should feed you into the wood chipper, turn you into Soylent Green. Ooh. Based on reality, fuck off. The point is that he was innocent. He was fucking innocent. The AI made a mistake. You don't... Chill the fuck out, chat. You don't want this shit. This is bad. Fuck. Former G4 host Frosk disingenuously attempts to frame actor Henry Cavill as problematic. Oh my god, Frosk. Can you just fucking go away? Your time in the limelight is over. In an apparent bid to retain her relevance following the collapse of G4's recent revival, former network host Indiana Frosk Black has attempted and failed to frame former Netflix's The Witcher star Henry Cavill as problematic. After 3 seasons of watching Netflix butcher the original work, Cavill announced his exit from the streaming giant's live-action adaptation of The Witcher. Listen, Witcher was okay. Witcher was fucking okay, alright. Talk to him, Frosk! Fuck. Talk to him all the way out into the dumpster. The Superman actor said back on October, whatever it was, that my journey as Geralt of Rivia has been filled with both monsters and adventures, and alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my swords for Season 4. Liam Hemsworth will be taking up the mantle of the White Wolf. Okay. I think we already talked about this in the past, so we can just skip that. But let's get to Frosk. While many met this news with a mixture of emotions ranging from regret towards the wasted potential of his casting to relief that the actor no longer had to work such bastard material, Frosk saw an opportunity to virtue signal. Yes, I know Rocco's Basilisk. I know the story, yeah. Henry Cavill said some very questionable things around Me Too and dated a 19-year-old as a 30-year-old. Seeing people throw themselves at his feet for The Witcher is weird. Dude. 19 is of age. Like, how dare these two people who are of age date? I'm going to have to do like a video on the age gap because there are people who... Okay. There are leftoids on Twitter who were shrieking bloody murder because you had a lesbian couple, right? And the lesbian couple was 28 and 36. 8-year age gap. Both of them adults. 28, 36. And they were like, this is exploitation. This is child rape. This is pedophilia. There's so much power imbalance here. And it's like, Jesus Christ, listen, I know back in fucking high school that every grade was segregated by age. And so people who were 1 year older than you felt like they were a part of a different fucking social class. But you know what? After you graduate high school, that shit vanishes. All right? People who are like plus or minus 5 years of you might as well be the same fucking age. That's how it is in the real world. That's how it is when you're 20 and when you're in your 20s and your 30s. That's how it fucking is. Here's the thing, all right? 19 and 30. Naomi and I started dating when she was 19 and I was 29. And actually, her old friends from high school gave her shit for it to the point that she abandoned them and just joined my friend group. That's what happened. Because she was like, fuck these people, man. Like, they were still living like they were in high school. They had continued that social structure as they left high school and went off to university. And Naomi's just like, I don't got to go to high school anymore with you. I don't got to keep seeing you. I have a new boyfriend and I have new people to hang out with, so fuck you. And Naomi just fucking left. Just left. And now Naomi, you know, like we're still together. It's still a 10-year age gap. And you know what? We're still going just fine. I will let you know, Zenchan. I will let you know in the next few hours. Oh, by the way, the questionable Me Too things, I did a stream on this, I think, with Lilith, where basically the Me Too comments were basically, he said, Henry Cavill said that he didn't want to, it was something like, yeah, actually it's right here. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to be called a rapist or something. Now you can't really pursue someone further than no. It's like, okay, cool. But then there's the, oh, why'd you give up? And it's like, because I didn't want to go to jail. Yeah, exactly, right? Fucking exactly. You know, if you think that there aren't girls out there who tell you no right away because they want to be pursued a bit and they want to enjoy the chase, that absolutely happens. And if you're like, well, no, it's all just like directly spoken consent, you're a fucking virgin. You never had sex in your life. You never dealt with anybody in a romantic sense ever, once, ever. All right? Fuck. This is how it is. All right, guys? This is how it fucking is. Now, sometimes girls say no when they mean no, and that's that, right? But sometimes you can go up to a girl completely innocently and flirt with her, and then she shoots you down, and you go, okay, then you leave, and then she goes online and calls you a rapist and destroys your life. And it's like, fuck. Why the fuck would you even deal with chicks like this at that point, you know? Like, I'm so happy I'm in a pretty strong relationship because I feel like I got on the last plane flying out of Afghanistan, you know, as the country collapsed around me. Because Jesus Christ, dating is a wasteland right fucking now. Everyone's lonely. Everyone's like pathological. Everyone's like freaking out about fucking everything. Christ. And you know what? I would never date a woman my age. Fuck that. I'm happy I got with someone 10 years younger because Jesus Christ. Women who are my age right now are fucking insufferable. Let's continue. The US needs a Million Talents program to retain technology leadership. Okay. This is actually a very interesting article, at least for one part of it that I found. This is basically saying that like America will lose its technological edge to other countries if it doesn't import more skilled workers. Not unskilled workers, not randoms running across the Mexican border, but specifically skilled labor, people with specialities. And I think they might be correct. Here's why. Let's get into it. All right. So, to sustain the United States' technology leadership in the face of China's formidable economic and military challenge, Biden should launch an urgent drive to recruit and retain 1 million tech superstars from around the world. It's not just a matter of enticing new immigrants, but of retaining bright minds already in the country. In 2009, a Turkish graduate of the California Institute of Technology and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Erdal Arakan, published a paper that solved a fundamental problem in information theory, allowing for much faster and more accurate data transfers. Unable to get an academic appointment or funding to work on this seemingly esoteric problem in the United States, he returned to his home country of Turkey. As a foreign citizen, he would have had to find a U.S. employer interested in his project to be able to stay. Back in Turkey, Arakan turned to China. It turned out that Arakan's insight was the breakthrough needed to leap from 4G telecommunications to 5G. 4 years later, China's national telecommunications champion, Huawei, was using Arakan's discovery to invent some of the first 5G technologies. Today, Huawei holds over 2/3 of the patents related to Arakan's solution, 10 times more than its nearest competitor. And while Huawei has produced 1/3 of the 5G infrastructure now operating around the world, the United States does not have a single major company competing in that race. Had the United States been able to retain Arakan, simply by allowing him to stay in the country instead of making his visa contingent on immediately finding a sponsor for his work. This history might as well have been different. Wow. This guy solves a major problem. People in America are too dumb to figure out what the problem is. He goes to China. China recognizes it. China snaps him up. And now China is basically destroying the West in 5G tech. And Huawei is the problem it is today because of it. That's a fucking big oops. You guys deported the wrong people. Who was it? It was 2009, right? Obama deported the wrong fucking guy. Damn. $2 from Silver Camaro. Dev's going all fresh and fit. Not exactly. I'm not a full fresh and fit guy. They have their points, but they're more wrong than right. So yeah, basically, these stories are far too common. The founders of China's leading tech companies in semiconductors, smartphones, and app-based deliveries, Xiaomi and Meituan, are all educated at U.S. universities. Basically, what's going on is America is not retaining the people that it trains, and they're going to China instead. That sounds like a problem, because Obama did this, and Trump did this, and Biden's doing it too. Everyone's doing this. The CIA director, William Burns, has identified the technology race as the main arena for competition and rivalry with China. And so has Chinese leader Xi Jinping, who said that last year the technological innovation has become the main battleground of the global playing field, and competition for tech dominance will grow unprecedentedly fierce. Whoever wins the race for tech talent will develop breakthrough technologies that will deliver decisive economic and military advantages. Like, this is a big deal. And I feel like the whole, like, you know, on the fringe of the right, there's the ethno-state arguments of, like, we shouldn't bring anyone in. Fuck them. Fuck the Mexicans or whoever. Like, that's going to fuck America long term. One of America's greatest strengths is its immigration policy. At least in terms of skilled immigration, you can't stop that. You can't stop that. Or else you will be fucked. Fucking hell. We need better homegrown tech, not more importation. Here's the thing, Willison. A guy like Arakan here, he would have become an American citizen. His kids would have been American. He would have been homegrown tech, even though he was an immigrant. You know? Because he wrote a paper. Like, no one else wrote this paper. Somebody else could have done this. So, like, an American could have figured this out, but no one did. He figured it out. He was the one. He was the special one who did it. It was him or nobody, and America chose nobody. So it's kind of fucked. Sludge content is consuming TikTok. Why aren't we talking about it? So, yeah, have you guys seen any sludge content, by the way? Sludge content is one of the most popular online, but researchers are only just learning it exists. Sludge content, where clips are paired with unrelated footage from video games or crafts, is dominating TikTok. Where it came from is a mystery, as is the effect it has on consumers. So basically, sludge content is one half of the video is a show. Maybe South Park, maybe The Simpsons, maybe Sneeko, a YouTuber or a streamer. The other half is just some random nonsense. Crafts, video games, whatever. So for example, like when you watch a Destiny stream, he has like his Factorio game going and he's talking to people. That's kind of sludge content. Not So Erudite has like cooking videos in the background. Same kind of thing. It's just unrelated shit slapped together because fuck it. Billy Oberman was using TikTok as a means to an end, instead of looking for his own entertainment. The New Jersey musician had downloaded an app as the way to promote his content, only browsing occasionally. But fairly quickly, an odd thing happened. Seemingly out of nowhere, his feed was choked by Stewie, Brian, and Peter Griffin, because, quite by accident and against his will, he had fallen down the Family Guy pipeline. You're watching it and you're not really taking it in. It's just something to stimulate you. So people are calling this sludge content, where basically, like, here, can I? We don't got to listen to it. It doesn't matter. But, like, look at this. Who would watch this? Oh, come on. Load the fuck up. Who would watch this? A game being played and a Family Guy clip and random fucking... Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? Exactly, yeah. Stop looking for stimulation. Go the fuck outside, touch grass, do something real. Turn off your fucking phone. Jesus Christ. Anyway. It's basically just like... It feels like it's made by bots. It's just random content that just gets compiled together just to hold your attention, to get you to click, to make your like limping, overstimulated brain squeeze out yet another particle of dopamine. It's already running on fucking life support because you're too over dopaminated as it fucking is. And it's like, Jesus Christ, you guys need to get the fuck off the internet, put down the phones, turn off the TVs, turn off the video games, go outside, do something else. Like, go walk through the forest, go down to the park, go see a friend. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? Jesus. Oh, speaking of turning off the fucking technology, during a Pima County Board of Supervisors meeting today, there was an accidental appearance in the background on Matt Hines' video feed. Check this shit out, guys. Oh shit, a naked twink appears in his background. Oh no, turn off the camera. Oh no! Oh. Oh. Oh, dude, that's the wrong time to walk into the frame. Oh, shit. Fuck. Man, even though COVID is over, we're still getting like these ridiculously embarrassing stay-at-home bits where like something happens in the background of a video feed and it's like really embarrassing. Fuck, I love them. I love them. Okay, listen. I know I've done this for the past like 4 sips. But I gotta go in 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna do one more article. I'll save the last 2 for next time. This is the headliner. Facebook, Instagram may lift ban on bare breasts, but only for trans and non-binary people. Facebook and Instagram may allow transgender and non-binary users to flash their breasts, but women who were born female and who are eager to free the nipple are out of luck. Jesus Christ. What's Tidge doing there? Haha, thanks, B, for the $2. Okay. So, Meta's Oversight Board, an independent body of experts, which Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has called the company's Supreme Court for content moderation, has ordered Facebook and Instagram to lift a ban on images of topless women for anyone who identifies as transgender or non-binary. The same image of female presenting nipples would be prohibited if posted by a cisgender woman, but permitted if posted by an individual self-identifying as non-binary. So it's the exact same boob, but as long as you say, hey, listen, I'm non-binary, that means that boob is no longer a female boob. Now it's a male boob or it's a non-gender boob, and therefore it's fine. So the exact same boob changes depending on what you identify as. Accelerate. More boobs. What is this fucking nonsense, dude? See, I can show this because this person is non-binary. So these aren't women's boobs. So it's completely fine. The board cited a recent decision to overturn a ban on 2 Instagram posts by a couple that describes themselves as transgender and non-binary that posted topless but covered their nipples, only to have the post flagged by other users. See, the issue ultimately is, when it comes to this stuff, is that, like, these people, they're both non-binary, so this is completely fine. There's no problem with a little bit of nipple right there, YouTube. All right? These people, they're gender fluid. So this is completely good. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. They're gender fluid. So these aren't women's boobs anymore. So it's not obscene anymore. It's not sexual anymore. Also, there's the wider context of, because sexuality is so linked to the LGBT identity, banning any sort of sexual behavior or practice is anti-LGBT. I will get into that concept at a later date more in detail because we have to talk about the pro-pedophile activism someday and why it seems to be so prevalent on the left and how we can get and how we get from William Reich to Mario Miele all the way down to Foucault. Foucault is a major postmodernist who flew off to Algeria to have sex with children back in the 1970s. He appealed to the French government to lower the age of consent to 0. Like, there is a strain of political theory on the left that is extremely pro-pedophile because they view the child class and the adult class as two classes engaged in a dialectic in the same way that the bourgeoisie and the proletariat is, and that you must abolish you must abolish those classes. You have to abolish the concept of adult and child to reach true socialism, to reach true perfect equality across all humans. So I'm going to have to get into this. And part of it is going to come down to wanting special privileges for people who are, obviously female, but don't identify as a woman. And so therefore they can be as sexually degenerate as they want because it's just part of who they are deep down inside. And therefore society should accept them for who they are. Yeah. It's rather fucked. I don't know if you guys can tell. Okay, give me a second. Yep. I have to go in just a little bit. When does Arch's stream start? Because you guys voted for to go raid Arch rather than to go raid Adam and Sitch. So I'm going to go see when the stream starts. It starts in 15 minutes. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm going to be in the chat. Arch, I'm raiding you. Start your stream. Okay. I'm going to raid. Let's go raid Arch, guys. Thanks for the $2 Shaker Silver. Abolishing all hierarchies includes family and age. Exactly. Sorry, the chat voted. The chat voted to go raid Arch, not Adam and Sitch. Sorry. Adam and Sitch have lost the vote. So we're going to go raid Arch. I'll finish the last 2 articles next time. Sorry, just running out of time. As always, please consider supporting the channel. I appreciate all your super chats today. There's been quite a lot of them. I really appreciate it. Join the Donator Club, otherwise known as the D Club, in Discord by hitting the Twitch sub button or the YouTube memberships button, or of course Patreon subscribe star. And also mail me your packages to that address currently on screen. I'll open them on the stream. It happened like 4 weeks in a row, too. All right. Let me check one last time that I'm set up to go raid Arch, and we will get the fuck out of here because I got to get back to work. I have work to do before Arch and I watch not Rings of Power, Last of Us tonight. I have work to do. So let me add a redirect to the Archcast. Save. I think it should work. All right, guys. Getting out of here. I read all the super chats. I read them all over the course of the stream. I did them all, man. I'm on the ball. I know how to do things, kinda. Okay, listen. I will see you guys on stream tomorrow night if you're watching SFO Arcade. Later on in the week if you're watching other things and not SFO Arcade. And you know what? New video tomorrow. I'll see you then, guys. I love you.